Fellow Phasmo Friends, it's a Noob No More here. You can call me Noob. What we're going to do in this video is I'm going to share my tips and tricks about the easiest way to get the evidence that you can use to identify the ghost. And then once we've done that, we're going to troll the ghosts. We're going to get them back for a change. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase the ghost's abilities so you know what to look for when you don't have any evidence available. Let's get into it. We're going to use 13 Willow Street. It's a small map. A lot of the tips and techniques that I'm talking about are really only useful on the smaller maps. For the bigger maps, you might want to take in some different equipment. I'll go through that in a later video. But I like to start here. Okay, reports of a cursed object. Useful to know, just to keep an eye out for that. But we're going to be speaking with Becky Brock and trying to work out what type of ghost she is. We've also got to repel the ghost, detect it with a motion sensor, and blow out a firelight. Okay, excellent. I then like to go around in a clockwise fashion. I look at the map. Okay, the breaker's in the garage. It's not downstairs in the basement. That's useful to know. I'll just open up the front door, so we don't have to wait for it later. I like the Tier 2 headset. It's a great way of getting some light. And sometimes I forget to put it on, so I always like to put it on first before I think about the other equipment. Same with the lighter. You don't want to go into the house without a lighter. You really need the lighter as well. So I just make sure I don't forget. I always grab it on my first run, and that way I'm never holding a smudge stick without a lighter. We've all done it. I've seen some big streamers do it. It's slightly amusing to everyone else, but not very amusing when it's you. And then we get on with what equipment you want to take on the first run. And I actually split up the game into 3 phases. And I'm going to bring up some text. It's a little Twitch command that I have in my chat. And the first phase is the sweeping the house phase. So it's the first sweep of the house. Really what you're looking to do is I go and turn the breaker on straight away for reasons that I'll go through in a moment. Second of all, I'm then looking for the bone, the ghost room, and if I've got time or the inclination, I'm going to also try and find the keys, the cursed items, and some hiding spots as well. So with that in mind, I prefer to take the camera with me on the first run. It's a really useful way of getting the photo of the bone before you pick it up and getting the photo of the cursed item. You can do that in the first round rather than trying to do it later on when the ghost's hunting you. So I actually take the camera with me on the first run, and then in order to work out where the ghost room is, the EMF reader is pretty good. It allows you to work out where the ghost is touching, but the thermometer is without a doubt the best tool in the game for identifying the ghost room. It's going to be colder, but not straight away. You've got to open the front door, turn the breaker on. It's another reason I like to turn the breaker on. That's a useful way of trying to find the ghost room, but yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but the thermometer is the most important. And then, as I said, I like to take the photo camera. Now, if you're just starting out in the game and you don't have the Tier 2 headset that has a light, I'd suggest taking the video camera. You can use the night vision version of it, which allows you to see in the dark and look for ghost orbs at the same time. So you kind of get 2 for 1. If that's still too dark for you, just take a flashlight. And I'd probably not take the EMF reader. Some people say the EMF reader's great, and people might be shaking their heads at me. But as I said, I think the thermometer is the best tool in the game for identifying the ghost room. You can just use the torch to see where you're going and to turn the breaker on and to see if the ghost's throwing anything around. That's really what you want to be looking for. But I don't need to do that because I've got my trusty headset. But yeah, as I said, you might just want to change things around slightly if you haven't got the headset yet, the Tier 2 headset. Don't worry about the Tier 1 headset. It's arguably the worst item in the game. So I'm going to, even though the breaker's not on, I'm going to be turning on some lights so that when I do turn the breaker on, that we're good to go. And the sanity drain stops right away because being in the dark actually really saps your sanity. And your sanity, as it turns out, is your actual key to this game. It's like your countdown timer. It counts down to when the ghosts can actually hunt you. So by having the breaker on straight away, by being in the light, you can actually really slow down that countdown to when you find the ghost is actually hunting you. So I like to keep it open, keep all the lights on. Aha! And we found the cursed item as well, the mirror. So we could use that to find out the ghost room, but I want to show you how to find the ghost room without the cursed item. And of course, the cursed items, when you use them, a lot of them will drain your sanity, as in it really knocks some time off that countdown to when the ghost can hunt you. So I'd probably recommend, if you're just starting out, I'd probably recommend staying away from the cursed items. And again, just to kind of highlight this particular game, I'm going to just stay away unless I'm having trouble. or I want to drain my sanity later in the game because I want to get hunted, if you can believe that some people want to get hunted. Yeah, I'll probably be staying away from it. Where did that... Is that around here? Was that here? Was that... Yeah, okay, EMF says here. So that tells me the ghost is nearby. Let's have a look at that photo. 3-star interaction photo. And again, I want to be in the light. And that's another reason why it's good to have the lights on, is that you can find the bone. Alright, so now we've got the bone, the cursed item. We've also got a hint that the ghost is around here, but we're not sure. We are not sure. Because there are 3 ghosts that stalk you. They actually come to where you are, rather than you coming to them to find the ghost room. So again, we're gonna... There's nothing there. I'm gonna use the temperature. Okay, great. There's a hiding spot here as well, so I'm also looking for hiding spots. But this is still 14, 15 degrees. So there's a hiding spot here, so I'm gonna leave the light on. Is this the ghost room? Wow. It's a big drop in temperature, guys. Yeah, this looks like the ghost room. Okay. And again, I'm just going to EMF 2. 3-star interaction photo. So again, you can see why it's actually useful to have the camera with you on the first run. You get some photos out of the way as well. There's no hiding spot there. Okay. Now, I don't even think I'm going to need to go down there. We've already worked out the cursed item. We already know the ghost room, and we've got the bone. So I don't think we're not even going to need to go down into that room, by the way. So I think it was this door, but I'm not going to risk it. So I'm just going to put my stuff down here. Just take another quick temperature check. 8 degrees here. Okay, great. And I'm even going to put the camera down on the ground. And we're going to go now into what I would say is phase 2. Okay, so I'm just getting all the doors. I also like to open the doors as fully as possible. I like opening the doors. That's my test for a Yuri, which is otherwise a really difficult ghost to try and work out. So if you leave all the doors open and they close, then that gives you a pretty big signal that it's a Yuri. Alright, so we've gone through phase 1. We now enter phase 2, which again, I'll just bring up some commands. Not sure if you'll be able to read that. It's more for the Twitch chat, but this is in the pre-hunt evidence gathering phase. So you can see that we didn't do a full sweep of the house, and our sanity is really up at 95%. We weren't in dark areas very long because we turned the breaker on straight away and we put lights on everywhere we wanted to go. So again, that countdown timer has not counted down much at all, which is great. So we then go into what do we want for the next phase? Well, we've got, I usually take the spirit box, the UV light, and the video camera. So they're things that you use primarily in the dark to try and find evidence. Okay, that is a really strong indication of EMF 5. It went straight up and straight down. I'd almost be inclined. Oh, let's go in there quickly and see if it's still got an EMF 5 on the reader. I doubt it will have, because it's the activity level dropped off. So I'm really confident that we've got EMF level 5 here, guys. All right, but there's nothing on it right now. We left it a little bit too late. And again, we want to actually turn the lights off now. For as I said, we want to get the test. We want to look for the orbs. There's an orb right there. Okay, good to know. So I'm just going to dump the video camera here. Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you friendly? Where are you? What's your name? Does pineapple belong on a pizza? Doesn't want to talk to us, but I'm not sure it's here. But now that the light's on, I can take a bit of time. I'm going to mark off ghost orbs. And what's really good is that rules out a demon. That's the one ghost that can attack you at any sanity. So once that's ruled out, I can relax a little bit, right? And then we're just going to have a quick look for UV, but I haven't heard it touch a door. But that doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. Is there anything out of place there, chat? I shouldn't say chat because we're on YouTube. But there's a fingerprint, guys. And it's gone. But we got a photo of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers and a thumb. Excellent. This is fantastic. We've been able to, first of all, work out that we've got UV, but I now know for certain that it's an Obake. Only the Obake can actually leave that 6-fingered hand. So we know that this is an Obake, and I'm assuming that EMF level 5 that we saw in the truck is also a pretty good indication of an Obake as well. So I already know it's an Obake. We're going to hang around here until we get EMF 5. Paid actors here. Did it touch the door or not? Now, actually, that's great. We've just showcased the Obake ability 2 ways. We showcased its 6-finger hand, and we showcased, because it very much was this door that it touched, we showcased that it doesn't always leave a fingerprint. This is fantastic, because when we come back to what the Obake's special abilities are, we've just seen 2 of them straight away off the bat. And, as I said, we've already worked out what the ghost is really, really quickly. This has been super quick. So, now that we've found all the evidence, we don't really need to be thinking about this phase 2 too much. But normally, if your sanity gets down towards 50%, when most ghosts can hunt, or even 60%, I'd be thinking about just taking the sanity medication to get my sanity up, so that I've still got enough time to go and get the 3 bits of evidence that you need to identify the ghost. Now, I've already done this, so I get to move on to the next stage. I'm going to try and get all the objectives done, and I'm also going to try and get the photos that I need. So, firelight, incense, motion sensor. Okay, so motion sensor, firelight, and I'm also going to bring some salt. I don't need to bring crucifixes right now, because it still can't hunt. Like an Obake can't hunt until 50%. So if it can't hunt until 50%, I'm really at no threat of it actually instigating a hunt. So I can just be relaxed and go in and do my thing. So I'm going to try and get as many objectives and photos done as I can. We're going to see if we can see some more Obake 6-finger handprints, and also when it doesn't leave a handprint, because I think that's really awesome to showcase. Okay. And that there. Let's just make sure this is still the ghost room. Yep. And I can just feel my breath. There we go. Motion sensor detected. Awesome. And where's the camera if I need it? It's right here on the table. Okay, so we'll come back. We don't need to... Oh, we'll be able to get some good footprints as well. So if I leave this here, when the Obake walks through it... Okay, what door was that? Was that one of these doors? Or was that this one? Aha! That's just a normal hand. But it'll still do for a photo. So that's good to know as well. It doesn't always leave the 6-finger hand. It's only a small chance. Alright, here we go. We're going to showcase the Obake's ability to shapeshift now. We're hiding behind this door, and what this door does is we can look through it, but the ghost can't look through it to get to us. Now, there's some chairs and things here that we might try and loop it with. I'm not super confident at looping yet. So you basically, if the Obake does come through here, I'm just going to incense it, which is one of the objectives, and then run away into the garage. That's my game plan. Let's see how we go. I'd like to know that it's in its room, but anyway, that's okay. 1, 2, thank you. 3. Now we should well and truly be in hunt mode. Here we go. I heard the door close behind me. Let's see it shapeshift. It did. You see it went to the little kid? I'm smudging. And I'm going to go and hide in here with smudge for protection. But did you see it go into the little kid? It shapeshifted right in front of our very eyes, which is great. I get excited by this stuff, as you can probably tell. If you get excited by it too, please drop a like and a subscribe, because I'm planning to go through and do something for each of the ghosts and showcase all of their abilities. So if that's something that interests you, please make sure you hang around. And as I said, I want to do something for each of the ghosts. And of course, there's still going to be all those tips about how the best ways to find evidence at the start as well. So hopefully there's something in there if you're a beginner, and there's also something in there if you're a bit more intermediate or advanced and you just want to see these ghosts' abilities and learn what to look for when you don't get any evidence. All right, that's it from me. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.